back up in this thing, ready to get some on that wax.
Another session with the bros talk, where the beer's ice cold. Bros talk. Another session with the bros talk. Come and tell us what you know. Bros talk.
It was pretty intense.
You the only motherfuckers that. Why y'all looking at the light?
At first, it didn't bother me. I was like,
just looking at the light.
And then after a while, I was like,
yeah. Like when you look at the camera, the glass bar, my shit was like this.
just look at the light.
I can't fuck with it.
Yo. What up, world? What up, peoples and tweeples out there? It's your boy T-Broski. Got my main man King Dan'O in the building with me.
Anyo.
Anyo. If you know anything, you know something. If you know something, if you know that. You know what I mean?
Nothing, I guess.
And
I did that out of respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me. That's
Anyo.
true respect.
You know what I'm saying? So we got our main man in the building with us. Oh, it means hello.
Okay.
Korean. Anyo. And then somebody speak back, you say, kamsamida. That's saying thank you.
That's what I'm trying to.
You know what I mean? Just a little game. Just put you on a little kamsamida. You know what I mean?
Appreciate
Put you on a
that.
little game. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the world and to the players that everybody already know you, man.
Yeah, it's Corey, man. Appreciate y'all having me back here. Glad, as always, to be on the podcast.
Welcome.
Oh, I thought you was about to. I thought you
I
said
thought
well.
you said well.
Yeah, me too. I was like, oh shit.
I'm fucking tired of it.
Doors locked every time you come home for something.
That's what I thought.
What's the reason why it takes so long?
Yeah, porch light ain't on, just turn around. Yeah, that mean I ain't
Turn off. He said he coming in.
I'm a trick-or-treater.
Turn off.
Look, we grew up in them days to where, hey, I ain't gonna lie, a couple times. And the people who know. Hit them lights.
Yep.
Hit them lights. Don't answer the phone. They ain't called for they came over them pop-up bears.
And pop up bears and get you at the door.
Code 9.
Just knocking
Everything
at
gets
the door.
quiet. Crouching on the floor and shit.
We'll be trying to look through your blinds and shit.
Golly.
Hey man, I see you moving.
I'm not home.
That'd be terrible, man. It can't be one of them old boys. I'll tell you one quick story before we jump into this. This is the
Year
2022 Bros Talk wrap up, man. But before we jump into that, well, let's cheers to that.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, man.
I got bad luck.
Only for the rest of the year.
So that's not a few more hours.
I have no idea how that works.
Few more hours, man. But
That's long
I
enough.
don't even know if I want to tell this story. It's too late to murder needy pen. So there was a guy one time that he was like, "Hey man, you know, I be lying." It's like, we knew this. Like we already knew this, right?
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, but I'm just being real. So for me, it was like, cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
King Dan'O was like, nah, it's not. But I was like, why is it not cool now? Well, we already knew the whole thing. The whole point behind it is, I don't know if he popped up, but in my head he just popped up. And I'm thinking, oh, he's about to come in. He didn't come in the crib. He got hit with the, what's up, man? Oh, all right, dude. I felt, damn.
Hey, you gonna let him in, bro?
I felt bad. Like, for real, I really felt bad.
For what? Somebody come up to you, say, man, whole time I know y'all been lying.
Now, you gotta take in mind, that whole situation right there, the whole time I know y'all been lying. That's what he said. He came over and literally was like, I've been lying, bro. I be capping. Like, I just be lying for no reason. I don't even know why.
And the only reason why you hang around with us is because of me.
That's a fact.
Like,
I didn't know him. I met him through him.
Yeah.
I put my name on you.
See? And we go back to that right there. And that's where it's hard for me to, I can't fault him. Like, oh man, it's your fault that you brought this dude around.
Right.
That be lying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did he get us in some situations that we probably shouldn't have been in? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's not like, I understand the responsibility, but it's not your responsibility, like, oh, it's all on you because of him. But I understand where.
That's just the way it goes. I don't make the rules. I play by them.
Hey.
That shit just crazy. It's like, I felt bad. You know what I mean?
I did.
I know.
Yeah.
I can say, yep.
When I say sat out and played the game, like it ain't nothing happened, like passing through the game.
Sorry to interrupt.
Bro, that shit was crazy. But outside of that, man, how's I would say your day, but we're talking about the year, so we're wrapping it up, man. How's your year been? You know what I mean? I mean, first of all, we're all alive. You know what I mean? We're all here having this conversation.
Yeah,
It's always good to remind yourself
But that's a
of that.
cheat answer.
I mean, that's a cheat answer, but that's the truth answer too.
That's the
Any
way,
day
yeah.
above ground
That's the
is
way
a good day.
That's the way to get that out the way so that nobody uses it.
Yeah, I use it. Any day above ground is a good day.
Yeah.
You know. So, how's y'all days, our year been, man? What interesting things happened with y'all for the year? I guess.
You want to go first? Or you?
Oh, shit. I made it pretty straight. Can't lie. Killed it in youth soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Take care of that. Shout out to my boys, the entire coaching staff. Shout out to the kids put in the work and the parents who support. Yeah, you know. That was great. What else? Pod, hang out with my friends, family time. I mean, yeah. It's really
Good year.
no complaints this year.
Good year.
And a couple years ago, I had some shit I could complain about. But this year, you
We
know,
talking
yeah.
2022.
Yeah, this year was alright.
Dude. You just think about when Y2K,
Woo!
Y2K,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Y2K happened.
I lived through that.
We probably never thought like, man, we'll be in 2022, like flying cars and shit be now, but it didn't happen. Obviously.
No, definitely not. We're a long way away from that shit.
How about your year, my boy?
It was alright. A whole new job.
Yeah.
So it's been interesting, going through that.
I mean, we lost the cat. What was the cat? What was your last job I had there?
Oh, you talking the pigeons?
The pigeon.
Yeah. I was like, yes. I was like, what?
Yeah,
man.
They did talk about that on the podcast.
We did.
Yeah,
we
It's
did.
been a while, so.
If you
No,
can find that
okay.
podcast, I will personally fucking shake your hand and tell you thank you, because I don't remember which one it
I
is.
tell you, who knows.
Who?
Baby.
He do? Oh, you better fucking tell me, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so dealing with that, and then went to Vegas. It was the first vacation with just me and my girl. Like,
Yeah,
I
no
was
kids?
just- No kids.
No kids, man.
Ooh,
That's
y'all
lit.
back 22.
4.5 days in
I'm back
Vegas.
22 years old, having a blast.
Yeah.
Was you drunk on the plane?
Yeah.
Oh,
Fucking right.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Like, it don't matter what time.
Yeah.
I don't care what time I go to the airport. I'm getting drinks.
Absolutely.
Did you go see the Hoover Dam?
I did not.
Okay.
I stayed in Vegas.
Whoa.
Stayed
Continue,
in Vegas. Didn't
continue.
leave Vegas at all.
Hold on.
Continue.
Hold on. So when you
Continue.
think of Vegas,
Hey, man.
He thinks of the Hoover Dam.
Hey, man. We all got different
So
motives.
you don't
think.
care about how electricity gets generated.
We all got different things in life that we like to do,
First
right?
of all, Eventually, it
I
won't
sit
even
there
be
'cause I'm
a
sitting
dam.
right, so if I gotta walk anywhere close,
You don't have to walk, you can drive over it. And honestly, if you close your eyes,
You ever seen
you're
me drive over a
there.
bridge?
Huh?
You ever seen me drive over a bridge?
Yeah. I've seen,
Super serious.
yo, we got
That's how my pop says with heights.
I love this
Playing
dude,
no games.
man. I love this dude to death, man. I don't want to put his government out there, but you know I love you, boy. my boy Jeremy, right? This motherfucker is the strongest dude, bro. When I first seen this
he made me paranoid.
This dude was like a specimen. Had a fucking. When I first seen him, standing outside Killeen High School's weight room, I thought he was like a college player that was coming to talk to us.
Yeah.
Cause how big he was. I was like, damn, this motherfucker. Okay, I never seen him, so I don't know who he is. So I'm like, damn. Look. Then he's like, oh, he's playing football. I'm like, oh shit. Long story short, love this dude, man. But one day we was driving.
We was going, what was this, Austin with the bridge?
Yeah, with the bridge. So, you know, they got the bridges and shit.
Sir.
And you get like one bridge. It's one bridge. If you know, it's like, if you know, I hate that shit. Like, hey, dude.
I would drive to his mama crib. She stayed over off 183.
Sun City, I want to say it was.
Yeah.
No, because it was on the other side. Like, you're going toward. Sun City
is the one that's going. So when you go through Sun City, usually you go right to get on the highway to go continue.
Okay, no, I'm talking about the first house when she stayed. Like you had to go, like you went towards the airport.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
H-Town.
So yeah, hell yeah. So you motherfucking go off this bridge. This is one, bro. It's just a big ass bridge. We in that motherfucker going. And I tell you, this dude's strong as shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all just chilling. This motherfucker driving. He cruising. I see it. He see it. Everybody see what's coming. It's a turn. This motherfucker ain't hitting the brakes. He's just cruising.
Driving, man.
Got a good car. You know what I mean? So we driving. This motherfucker heard it. We get silent in the car. So we hit that turn. He grabs the headrest. For like 3 days, you can see the dents in the head. It's not that, but it just seemed like this motherfucker was like, slow down. Hey, slow down. Slow down. That's not the funny part. The funny part, he tells his mom everything about us. Like literally, Mom, they be driving crazy out there. But he drive crazy. He can't drive at all.
It's back then when you had to mash the button 3 times to put a character in. When you text.
Oh,
Text.
okay. Gotcha.
Man, let us do to death, man. I love you, boy. For real. That's my dog. I love him to death, man. I ain't seen him in years. I love that dude, man. But, yeah, the motherfucker was the biggest, scariest dude. Like, I don't know why I brought that up, but there was a point, obviously, somewhere at some point in time. But
Yeah, somehow the Hoover Dam in Vegas.
Scariness, driving over bridges. That's what it was.
Yeah, come on, heights,
Yeah, that's what it was. My bad. You know what I mean?
And so yeah, and then outside of that, man, it's just working on the podcast, trying to grow that shit.
What podcast?
Appropriately offensive.
Check it out, man. You can check it out on podcasts on your Apple i14. You know what I mean? Trying to get a sponsorship. Hopefully, they'll send me one to test.
Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't.
Send all three of us one.
All
Yeah,
three of them,
send
man.
all 3 of us one, man. We'll test it.
You can just sell it.
What?
Sound good.
You can send it too.
He's not serious. He's not serious.
Y'all send them too.
Separately, you
Why
can
would
send
you
one
want
to
to?
appropriately offensive.
Why
I'm
would I
not.
want one?
You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you, though?
Or why would I?
You can't ask a question. I'm asking a question. You can't answer a question with a question.
I do what I want to.
Politically, not even politically, like politely, that's not the right thing to do. So I'm asking you a question. Why wouldn't you want an iPhone?
I don't know. Why would I? So, yeah, see, I put that. Talk to me. I was so glad that
Hey, man.
too.
I don't know. Why would I? That's why women hate us right there. Because we
What?
come up with slick shit like that.
It's just
I don't
an
know.
honest question.
Why would I?
So women hate us for being honest.
Yes. Yes. I guess.
I love the ladies, so.
I love the ladies. Hey, man.
I'm trying to figure out where bro was going with it.
What?
Try to trap me in the corner.
I know, man. And this is how I get out of there. We're talking 2022, guys. You know what I mean? 2022.
Since we're there,
What?
nah, we don't start off like that.
Start it off, man. You already popped it off. They want to hear. I want to know. We must hear.
Yeah.
We talk about the verdict already? No.
Okay. Let's talk about
The
it.
trial, at least?
I'm going to be honest with you.
Or we wanna
100%.
wait?
Day one. I'm going to be honest. 100%. There's an episode that you guys never fucking seen. One of the best episodes I think that we've ever recorded. that's when I was talking about Tory. Me and Lando got real heated between us, right? And it wasn't heated like I was angry. I know you, Lando, but it was just motherfuckers you say something, people, hey man, stand on that, and you got to answer questions challenging. That's all it was. It was one of those conversations. I say that to say when the situation first took place, I didn't believe it. I didn't.
Yeah.
I like Tory Lanez. I like his music. I fuck with it. You know, the outside of music shit that he be doing, like I don't know him as a person, but just, you know what I'm saying, just the type of dude that he is, the way he carries himself to a certain extent, I fuck with him. So I don't want to believe that. So obviously, I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
So you let. So you gave the benefit of the doubt because being a fan.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I let his you was about to hit it on the head. Yeah. I let his my likeness to him disassociate what really could have took place in life and ran with not necessarily protecting that man, but protecting that man. I say it. I don't have no problem saying it. You know what I mean? Like it's not. I wasn't maliciously saying like, oh, she lying. I just didn't believe that a dude in his stature, just the way he comes off to me, from music to interviews and shit like that, that's all I have to base it on. I don't have friends in the industry that is able to align me with him to be like, oh, we did a podcast and we hung out together. You know what I'm saying? Some shit. Nah.
Ah, shit.
I mean, I know a couple people. You know what I mean? I know a couple cameramen. You know what I mean? Couple people that work in security. They might be able to get me in the door.
I know Craig.
Top flight. He might be able to help you out. But I didn't do it. I wasn't thinking it maliciously in a nasty way like towards her. It was just more along the lines of that's a wild situation to be in, to be accused of. Obviously now they're proving you guilty. So that was just a wild situation to be a part of. And I would think that the way he speaks about certain things, that a man of his stature wouldn't participate in certain activities like that. So, yeah, but ultimately, he's found guilty on all 3 charges, which is, he's facing, 22 years in prison right now. And, you know, California, harsh prisons, gang culture. Is he going to be protected?
I mean, he did to himself. Like,
Yeah. He shot himself in the foot.
Like, and you know what?
No pun intended, but literally.
That's funny.
I'm like, hey, go in and do the time.
It
is what it is. People ask, look, no remorse, no nothing. Like,
I mean, he got proven guilty. You can't, whether you did it or whether the situation planned out the way, because his dad was out that bitch yelling like, you know what I mean? Like, and I get it. That's your son. When I first seen that video, I was like, damn, look at Big Tory. That's the only thing I could think of. Them motherfuckers look just alike. You know what I mean? Like, literally. Everything, like, Tory Lanez, I don't know if I'm assuming he gets everything from, obviously he gets it from his dad that looks wise, but I'm saying like his attire, the bald head, being comfortable, the beard, his dad's like him, the glasses, like, damn, fool, like, maybe you turned your dad into you or you, whatever it was, but his dad was out there preaching hard for him. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, my son didn't do this. Justice is gonna come true.
I would feel like most parents are gonna do that though.
Me too. So
I would.
That really, to me, it really didn't register as like, oh, maybe it was just like, oh, some crazy shit. I don't think it was nothing bigger than, like I've heard people say something about it is like him getting all his masters back. You know what I mean? Conspiracy theories. You know, I don't think it was that. I think it was again, a bad situation that you involved yourself in, and when you put it in the court of law, and I got the evidence to put in front of you, 12 jurors came up and said, you're guilty.
22 years is good sentence?
22 years?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hell no.
That's a harsh,
people go to jail for manslaughter for 15 to 20 years sometimes. So
He's not about to do
it's hard.
22 years.
Still, that's their sentence.
Yeah, so he'll be on probation for
And I get
12
that,
years.
but my whole issue
18 years or some wild shit.
Our justice system, the way the punishments for certain crimes, to me, just don't make sense.
Agreed. I agree.
Well, that's a different conversation, but I mean,
Well, when you break it down, you have to look at what
we weren't the one shot.
Yeah.
So it's all a deadly weapon. Like, you could have killed.
True.
Killed.
Accidents happen. Could have shot at the foot, hit her in the neck.
That's not an accident, because shooting at me is shooting at me.
Yeah. I'm saying intentionally. You're saying I'm gonna shoot her in the foot. The bullet ricochet hit her in the neck. Piece of the ground hit her. And let's take the narrative that Meg told on, right? She told her side of the story. L.A. County, you right? They do their own. It doesn't take like Texas, for instance. I have to have you have to come forward with the actual judicial system to say, hey, this is a crime that I want to try out. It's not like the state can do it by itself. I don't know if it's Texas. It's other states that don't try crimes by the state by itself. It doesn't take just the state. Just a person coming forward saying something. Situation happened, the state can get you for that situation. It doesn't take that person to go and say, hey, I'm gonna press charges on you. The state says you don't have to press charges. We're doing it for you. Period, point blank, the end. So I'm not saying she went out her way, because the first thing she came out and said that it didn't happen, right? So
she came out so the thing is,
she protected him to a certain extent.
Well, she came out and flat out said, hey, I said this. This story was, nobody knew. She stepped on glass, everybody ran with it. Yeah. And then some personal things started going on. People started talking reckless. She came out and said, look, I try to protect people. I try to do this. I try to do this. This is what really happened that night.
Yeah.
Bam.
So I'm saying, like, we can't hold that narrative that she's like this bad person trying to tear down black men.
I don't think
shit like
She's
that.
been the victim the entire time. Because people want to say, oh, she got him locked up. She literally lied to the police.
Yeah. That's literally a crime.
That's a crime in itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
She put her freedom up immediately to help him out. And some stuff behind the scene. This is just all rumors, but I know for a fact that story wasn't a rumor. That was a fact. Right. The rumors is stuff behind the scene. Yeah. Apparently, it's something she didn't like, and she came out and said, "Hey, I tried to do this and protect. Cause they was wild and they was killing black people out there. I didn't want the situation to go down, but this is what happened.
Boom.
Boom.
So that brings me to...
She didn't press no charges, the city did.
Right. We're in 2022. We got a fucking icon, legend, right? I would say down south. For sure in Texas. We'll just rock with that, Texas. 0 Trey.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? That situation
That's why he's always one deep.
Yeah. I hate that situation, right?
It was disappointing to see on video and stuff like that, but from us even just being in Texas, like, we don't even fuck with each other. People didn't feel maybe to that extent. It's kind of shocking to see, but...
Yeah, we didn't, I mean, yeah, you didn't think it was like that. You know, I'm not here to say if the root cause, they're saying that, you know, the whole J-Ton shit with fucking going to prison and not taking a drink and not taking his charge and all that shit like that, right? So I can understand you feeling like somebody took 3, 4, 2 years of your life away from you because they told or they didn't keep it G or whatever the case may be. I'm not in the streets, so I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the guy to be like, oh, I'm gonna fuck you up. I just know me as a person, if me and you were riding, if we riding and I got fucking, 2 hits of acid and 7 pounds of fucking methamphetamines in the back of the trunk, and we get pulled over and they be like, hey, we found this 2 hits of acid and methamphetamines in your pocket, whose is it? I'm not just gonna sit there and expect y'all to be like, no, we all going down for this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna own up for my shit. That's just me personally.
Yeah.
That's just, I'm not a street cat. I'm not a guy that's in the streets. I'm not riding around with a guy that got 50 fucking pounds of, you know what I'm saying, 50 kilos in the car.
But if I don't know,
again, that's where
he needs to speak. Now if he comes and be like, hey man, I'm not supposed to give you a ride over here, but this situation got going on. You know what? I'm an Uber.
yeah,
And you know what? I'll find a different way.
yeah. But again, I don't know if all that should result in this type of.
I don't know that situation, but
this type of ass whooping. Excuse me,
but
this type of
back
ass
to the
whooping.
fact that they jumped him. Oh shit! Back to the fact that they jumped him.
Does that make you look at Trey differently? Because at first he came out and said that didn't happen.
That's what bothered me the most about it, is that he lied about it until the real video came out. I didn't like that shit. Like, to me, it's weird. Like, for one, I don't get why he would lie when you know eventually
I mean, it's a crime.
someone's gonna have some kind of footage come out.
Yeah, but it's a crime too.
Is anyone gonna get tried for it or charged for it?
You don't know what somebody's gonna do.
Yep.
And I mean, and then like you got to take in context too, like a couple days later, like Rogue came out and had a whole fucking interview with the news.
Tell him what happened.
Tell them what happened. You know what I'm saying? And people called him like, oh, that's snitching, that's dry snitching, that's this. Again, if we're in a situation where it takes me to press charges on you for you to get prosecuted, tried in court, sent to jail, fined, whatever, I don't feel like there's an issue with me telling my side of the story. Now, if I go and tell my side of the story and you go to jail behind it, and I'm talking this gangster shit on the records, because everybody made the jokes like, oh, where was his M16 when that shit happened? What do you, first of all, like, no, I get the joke, ha ha ha, but let's be real.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's a convicted felon. He just went to prison, or he just went back to jail for fucking having a gun.
Yeah.
You expect this man to pull out a gun, shoot motherfuckers on camera, and then be like, oh, I'm good with it. No, motherfucker, you're going to prison.
Putting out another album next month.
No, you're going to prison. So for him to pull out a gun and shoot Trey, shoot J-Ton, shoot them other motherfuckers that's around, that's a guaranteed prison sentence for him. Regardless if he's justified in his actions because he's getting attacked or not. That's a justified reason to send a convicted felon back to jail because you're walking around carrying a firearm, which you're not prohibited to have.
Right.
Period, point blank, the end. So we can't sit up here and act like, oh, he should have did something different. I don't feel like he should have did something different other than did when he explained the story, he explained the story his way, right? Trey didn't necessarily go into the details, right? But for me, based off of what I've seen, I don't really need the details behind the action and reaction of what took place.
Right.
You know what I mean? It actually happened. They jumped him. I don't look at first it hurt me a little bit, and it's only because I look at like them like me and bro, like y'all homeboys. Yeah, y'all may go your separate way, fisticuffs, I get it, but there's a certain distance where you gotta let shit go. You know what I mean? And it's like, hell, I heard a dude say it, G Perico said in a song, like, you can squabble with your homeboy, but don't stump him out. Hey, that shit'll get you shot. You know what I'm saying? That shit, somebody would want to kill you for doing that type of shit to him. And it's understandable because, one, you're embarrassing me. Well, let me not say it's understandable, because whatever, but you're going extreme. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that, again, I'm not in that situation to speak on if the way it happened was justified, but for me personally, I was, it just hurt me. It was like a sad day for me. Like, damn, fool, like, I immediately started listening to the old AVN, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, man, this shit crazy. Them motherfuckers, it's like a legend, man. Just
for
And maybe it would
Years.
And honestly,
Years.
would it have been different if it would have been no videos, if it was just stories? Like if you would have just heard the interview of Rose saying it happened, but you never seen no video, do you think that would have played a difference on anything?
Yeah.
And do you think right now that Trey, because honestly, I don't feel like it affected anything at all.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, we talking about it, and talking about videos and all that, and nothing changed. Everything's still the same.
Because everybody, like, to a certain extent, kind of like, yeah, it was a bad look, but it wasn't as, Ro got up.
And put his fist back up.
You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't as bad as.
But it still sucks.
It sucks.
No.
It's
sucker shit.
Yeah, I agree.
But then again, that's not my situation. It's not for me to speak on. I feel like if I have a problem with somebody, I'm gonna try to. There's no gun. If I have a problem with one man, me and said man gonna figure out how we gonna set this.
Yeah. But see, then now we're going, you know.
And I've been in many situations where you say, hey, you wanna come over here? I mean, you can just come on, man.
Yeah, and that's
and
easy.
You get the barking and doing all that, so you want to get the barking and doing, then you got it.
But I think it's some cameras that make everybody scary to take that L now. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
I'm definitely old school days. If two men say, hey,
yeah, you should be able.
If I walk up to you and say, hey, let's go square this away, and nobody else knows about it, there will be no cameras. The only way you get cameras is if somebody start barking. Want people to know about it.
And that's most what people.
Well, then soon right there, I pulled the ultimate man card. Like, we're gonna duel in the middle of the city, or we're gonna duel over here. You get 10 steps, I get 10 steps. Ultimate. This go back in the day.
Well, you look at
this is 2022 years worth of man code right here.
Yeah.
I pull this card and say, me and you challenge to the death. And of course, it's been lightened. Because now me and you just go fight, you hit the ground, I'm walking the fuck off.
And see, that's the fucked up part. Like, even motherfuckers in music say it right now. I'm not fighting, I'm shooting.
Of course, because you know what? Back then, they used to fight to death with blades. That shit just dumbed down. What's the easiest way to defeat them?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just crazy to me the fact, like, everybody that, you know, rest in peace to everybody that lost, you know, hip-hop wise, lost their life and shit like that. Big name, notable names that we know, I ain't say that we know, but just notable names, period, just P&B Rock, Takeoff, RP, both of them. You know, it's just a day and age right now where gunplay is like
Coolio
went, yeah. Gunplay is like a situation where it's like it's not like a back decision. It's like the first.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's not even like, oh man, bro said something to you, man, I'm about to shoot. Damn.
It's like you want to talk to him first?
Nah, fuck.
Fight him at least.
Nah. You know what I mean?
Fuck all those steps.
Motherfucker shot dude in the mall. You know what I mean? Like in our mall.
Yeah.
So like,
P&B Rock was eating breakfast with this girl.
and then they try to put it off. Oh, she dropped the location, all that shit, and come to find out, it was just some motherfucker sitting outside the shit.
Well, it's not even that.
Even
like,
if she
the
did.
fact that, yes, like he's allowed to go to the Waffle House and not fear for his life.
And
That's how
she
it
should be allowed to post a picture of them
Yeah.
together without being like, this is gonna get us killed.
But you got the goddamn internet detectives that's gonna play out and look for every reason
exactly
or whatever it is to try to make the story, whatever the story may be. And they even came out with that dude, some dude on the video talking about like, oh, you know, I'm gonna get that shit up off your neck, boy. Like talking to P&B Rock and he laughing and shit like that about it. And obviously he knows this guy and it's something that's been going back and forth. But the dude himself even came out and was like, no, I ain't have shit to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, by the time the video that y'all seen is an old video, it's not nothing personal right now. Like, me and him is cool. Like, ain't no issues going on or nothing like that.
Man.
And he cleaned his name up, but it's just the whole principle. Like, that internet has him in a situation where now his homies may be coming up like, oh, you got something to do with this shit. Now I'm gonna come see about you.
Shit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like whether he has something to do with it or not. And it's like, damn, fool. So if people are running around like that, trying to get me, it's only right for me to run around like that. Like I have to have what they have just to be able to be sustainable in these streets. Because my job requires me to go to these clubs. My job requires me to do this, requires me to do that. And I'm susceptible to any type of damage that somebody want to cause with me. Because I'm literally shaking hands with the people. That shit's just crazy. And Bootsy said it best. Like, he feels like entertainers should have the right, regardless if you're a felon or not, you should have the right to protect yourself. Like, due to my situation, I should, even though I'm a felon, I should have the right to protect myself. And I understand what he's saying. Do I agree with it wholeheartedly?
I mean, he's going to the full extreme on it. Like, we just got to do better as community and people. Like, the fact that
True.
we're talking about felons. Like, no, he was out eating breakfast. Like, you walk into a fucking place of business with other people, not caring about anybody else's lives, to try to snatch a chain off somebody.
Yeah. And I mean...
Not thinking about the consequences that you about to face.
True.
For what? $17,000?
Now, and let's dig into that, what you just said. We need to talk about the rut, which is that boy running in there to thinking that that's okay. I'm gonna take his life for his chain, right? Kill him, shoot him, and still go in his pocket and do all that shit. Let's go to the rut. Your dad told you to do that. So let's go to the house. It's in the house now. Now we're talking about a bad example as a father. Your mom's involved. A bad example as a mother and a child. You know what I mean?
Say, oh, that's street. No, it ain't. Just listen to the OGs talk about the situation.
That's not. It's not. That is.
I'm just saying, but they say, oh man, that's street. But when you listen to Ice-T talk about it, other people talk about the stuff, like.
No, that's not gangster.
They were the creators of it. How the fuck you telling them?
Yeah, that's not G at all. That's not. You don't have to kill somebody to get anything up off of them. You know what I mean? Like, there's some people that are willing to die behind some shit, but to me personally.
But in a public place?
Again, that's what I was about to say. If we're gonna go down, if we're going to the street shit, you ran in a viewed area with cameras, license plate, identification, fucking
60 witnesses.
60 witnesses. There's going to be multiple camera views of you. I don't give a fuck if you got your face covered. You're riding in a license plated car that's identifiable. Listen, if we talking street, that's the dumbest shit in the world to do. You run in there and you kill this man. If I run in there and I put the gun on you and hey bro, give it up. And you say no, alright. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna leave. Cause I'm gonna follow you wherever you go. And I'm gonna catch you because you gonna do something.
That's the play from the get-go. As soon as I seen you, but
if we're talking street, if we're talking street,
just rest in peace to him. But still, that shit. Yeah, I don't get into them.
It's not. But we already established that this is not a. That's not the way to be.
It's not.
And this dude, this young boy, 17-year-old kid, young man. Obviously, he's been led wrong from obviously, I would assume, birth. Because if your dad told you go in there and get that shit off that boy's neck and smoke him if you have to. Your dad? Come on, man. That's a crazy situation. You know what I mean? Like, and even go into like the takeoff shit, like these are situations that could be resolved by conversations. Your son come to you and say, hey man, I want to go rob this P&B rock up the street. What the fuck is wrong with you, boy? Are you serious? What are we doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you're living that lifestyle, what do you involve me for? If you love me, I'm your dad. What do you involve me for? What are we talking about? You know what I mean? Like the love for each other is not there in the community for one. You know what I mean? And I think that shit's crazy to me that you're involved in your kid's life that much or your criminal activities together. That shit's crazy to me. I don't even want to go to the same club. If I'm at a bar drinking and my daughter walk in, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Straight up. I'm not because.
How you leaving? Sneaking out.
If she don't see me, you know what I mean? Like
I ain't like, hey, I'm out of here now. I'm
leaving.
out of here. Yeah.
No, I'm making sure she knows I'm there.
I'm probably gonna say, hey, girl, you know what I mean? But
Don't fucking do it, and then walk out. What the fuck is he doing here?
You know what I mean? I'm out.
I ain't
That's
making
just
a
me
scene.
personally.
I don't want to be that embarrassed of that. I ain't making a scene.
That's just me personally.
That's
It's
me.
making. It's speaking of making of scenes. See how this 2022 flow? Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock,
Yo, he did.
right?
He definitely did.
Everybody thought it was a joke. No.
I thought it was fake for a while. And then I was like, damn, I can't believe he didn't do anything.
Who, Chris Rock?
Yeah. Like, that's impressive for him to be that professional. But at the same time, like, I don't know. Like, I was like, you could see he kind of, like, went like that real quick after he got slapped. But he never raised his hands or anything. I don't know if I would have had the fortitude to stop myself.
I think there's.
I believe a lot of people in life feel like in that situation I'm do something, and a lot of people get smacked in the face and don't do shit.
Don't do anything?
I think a lot.
Yeah,
It's a shocking thing.
Yes.
You like, man, ain't nobody gonna
He
slap me.
was-
Bah!
Especially in that situation, like, you're not
He didn't
expecting it at
slap
all.
and stand.
He turned around and walked
Slap,
off.
turned away, got the hell off the stage.
So the beautiful, that's what I was about to say. Sorry to cut you off, but the beautiful thing about that from Chris Rock was Will Smith walked away,
Yes.
which gave him the register. He immediately registered what happened and where he's at.
Yeah. Let me joke it real quick.
If he was at a club, he probably would attack that motherfucker.
I don't think so.
I would say more so because the environment is conducive or okay with that type of behavior to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in a suit and tie. Not even suit. You're on the Grammys, whatever. Somebody slap you and walk off. Now you got time to register. Oh shit, this motherfucker tripped out.
He should have made a joke.
Versus being in the club, somebody slap you, you full of that shit. Bah! Motherfucker, what? You know what I'm saying? And now he's walking off, and you're like, nah, bro. You ain't just gonna walk off on me like that. You know what I mean? Like that whole walk off, get away fast. Okay, big ass lights.
Bunch of people.
I'm tripping. I can't. Wow. Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. That's all I can say right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm that mad. I'm that angry. That's the only reason I would say that. But
Hit harder than alopecia.
Okay, so let's just talk about it.
That's what I was. You have to make a joke about it because otherwise, I don't know. That's just me. I was very surprised he didn't make a joke about her.
Somebody
Again,
slap you at your job, what you doing?
at my job. Oh,
You risking your job?
that's.
Are you calling HR?
Oh, we're talking to someone I work with.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody at work up there.
No, I guess it would have to. It would likely depend on the situation.
Somebody slaps you. Hey, you make a joke about somebody's wife at your job. You walk up and slap him.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna fight him.
You gonna fight him?
Probably.
Risk it all.
At that moment, that's not what I'd be thinking.
Okay.
I'd just be thinking I made a joke and this dude slapped me, and I think I would just be super pissed.
100%. I honestly, I couldn't tell you. I'm not. I can't say I won't eat it. I might eat it. You
I
know
would
what I mean?
also
I'm
assume that
doing-
my job wouldn't fire me for defending myself.
I'm not even. Due to my situation, you know what I mean, like where I work at, the parameters of certain things are different for.
Your supervisor. I'm sorry, because he was supervisor in that situation. Your supervisor.
Oh shit! The supervisor slaps me.
Yeah.
God damn.
You going straight to HR. You getting the fuck out of here.
Nah, man. I mean, it for me, I'm not even like, it all depends on the situation. Like if it's a conversation where we just, like you said, I said a joke about somebody and he just walked up on me. Like if motherfucker's walking up on me, I'm gonna tense up
You
immediately.
said joke about him, he's slapping. You fight.
9 times out of 10, yeah.
It'd be hard not to.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, yeah. Because I'm not thinking about my job. I'm not thinking about none of that shit at that point in time. I just got attacked. I was assaulted.
That's
Regardless of words, whatever words I said, I can deal with the, hey Tommy, you shouldn't have said that. We gotta let you go for that. I get it.
I'll
You know what I
find
mean?
another job.
But
Hopefully.
you putting your hands on me like that, that's a whole different situation. Now, if you swung at me and didn't connect, or even if you know what I'm saying, like a little off the shoulder and came across my lip, it all depends, because most of the time, people gonna be like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
If that type of shit happening, you gotta be, hey, no, motherfucker, hold me back. You know what I mean? That type of shit.
Put no pressure on him.
Hey, man. And the motherfucker like this, hey, man, get off me, man. You know, but if it's like that type of situation, I probably wouldn't. It probably one of those, I'll try to catch you somewhere. I'm gonna follow you up. I'm gonna follow you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
More than likely, if I don't fight you right then, I'm not fighting you. More than likely. I'm the most mad at that moment.
Me, I been slapped, yeah.
You fought him immediately?
No, I was a kid. Motherfucker slapped the shit out of me.
I've never been for real slapped, like a real slap. I've been like, haha, you know, and like playing and shit, but I've never had someone actually just. So I don't know.
I had a kid, literally. Some dude, matter of fact, and told me this, we was at his homeboy's house. I forget what happened. His homeboy's little brother, like, snapped. Walked in, grabbed my shirt, and BAM! Slapped the shit out of me. I'm talking about that. Bro, I wanted to fight his brother.
Hell yeah.
Man, what? I didn't know how to fight. 100%. I don't know what to do. At that moment, I just wanted to fight. Like,
I'm gonna hurt him.
yeah, I just wanted to fight somebody. Like, that shit, I was so angry. Now, I'll be honest with you. I was angry not because he slapped me. I was angry because everybody else was looking. That's what really made me mad. That really wasn't the slap that made me mad. That goes back to, that's why a lot of people will talk that shit and get the bah. Oh, shit. Oh, you serious? So you said if I say another word, you gonna slap the shit out of me. You wasn't playing.
It was for real.
Okay, I did what you said.
Not a lot. 9 times out of 10 people ain't fighting.
I said it take
That's true.
You first of all, you gotta be
It's
a
a lot
fighter.
easier to say
Sit
it than
there
it
and
is to do
shot.
it.
I see a lot of people say, man, motherfuckers hit me, I'm immediately punching them. Oh, natural reaction. No, it's not. If you're not a full-blown fighter, it's not a natural reaction. 100%. Your natural reaction is gonna be this. Cut your finger. That's the first thing you're gonna do. You ain't never just gonna be like, cut. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't happen like that. So, knock it off, man.
That's people who say, damn, or the people who say, ah.
Yeah. It's what we used to like, motherfucker blast your knee. Me and bro, Bushy's now, I hit my ground. Man, don't lift that pants leg up, boy.
Yeah.
Don't look at it.
Yeah, if it's bleeding, it's bleeding.
That's the fun. I
Don't
sit there.
rub
And, you just sit there and watch.
If you get the
Until
rub
they're
it
like-
yourself. That man.
Yeah, that's
And then you're like, oh, this shit hurt, didn't it?
Yeah.
They're like, man, I had an itch,
Don't
bro.
rub it.
Fucking, I was just blood
I was
just dripping
just
down
chilling.
and shit.
you know, fuck that shit, bro. I'm look, man, my shit hurt like a motherfucker.
Y'all look over there.
This motherfucker.
Bro, I broke my hand. Continued to play basketball
Oh, yeah.
because I ain't want to rub it.
Jesus.
Yeah, I went to
know
baseline and take a nice dunk, got undercut. We ain't saying no names.
I know by who though.
Then I get up, fuck it, I'm still hooping. But they looked out for me, they said that he owed me the whole time. Yeah. Fucking, I was like, fuck it, I just go left hand.
Jeez.
Yeah, I can't go my right. Yeah, I can't go right, I'm gonna go left the whole rest of the game.
That's that 1 year that I ain't see bro for like the whole summer. This motherfucker was bro. Came back. He was like the same complexion. That motherfucker was darker than me.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, what the fuck is going on? Like, man, I've been playing basketball in the pool the whole summer. What?
Just vertical. Let me go out with it.
Like, what the fuck?
Pass me the rock on a fast break. I'm going back to hell.
Yeah.
Bro, just playing basketball,
Yeah.
going to the pool the whole summer, Texas. They went in
Yeah.
Texas, man. You know what I mean? Tore his ass up. I was like, damn, this motherfucker's dark skinned. Like, my complexion, that's at least 12 stages of melanin, or at least 3 stages of melanin. You know what I mean? To let you
my
know.
hair out.
Yeah, hell yeah. Look at the fro.
Just picking that shit out. That shit
The
hilarious.
good old days, man. So bring me to my next 2022 topic, man. We're gonna talk about touch on this real quick. Russia invading the Ukraine, big thing that happened this year. I think it was crazy because the first time it happened, they failed. Tried it again. Obviously, they're not as doing as well as they would like to do. So people call it failing. I don't really know Putin's plans right now. That's all I'm saying. Putin's plans. I don't really know what his plans are. This might be a part of his big scheme. I don't know.
I don't think so.
He might be trying to start World War III in a different type of way. You never know.
You don't lose so many top generals. Like they just lost their top tank commander the other day. Motherfucker just turned up dead. Like random generals and people that are actually know what to do in the army are getting knocked off left and right, and the army is they're just overwhelmed and they don't know what to do. They don't have leadership. They're not tested. They're just getting completely outdone. And then the fact that Ukraine is getting all this stuff from us and other countries and weapons and things like that. I mean, now they got that drone that they're able to hit like 600 miles into Russia. So now they're hitting like these bases and shit. And Russia's like, oh shit. Like, now we're getting attacked. Yeah. It's not just us attacking someone. So I feel like Putin is,
you know the beautiful thing.
I think he's too proud to give up. So I don't know.
Oh, that's true too. You know that. He's fucking president over there for fucking, or whatever the fuck he is, for prime minister, whatever, goddamn. For over 27 years,
for a long time, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that is that's not like the Queen of England.
He invited all the leaders of all those surrounding countries like Kazakhstan and Azerbaijan and all them places to come over. I'm Bakalakadaka Street. And so he invited them to Russia, and they all went to his strip club. I guess he has one that is ex-mistress.
Yeah, him and Donald Trump went there together. I got what you're saying.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's so he's basically trying to, win favors among all these surrounding leaders because all these people are starting to turn against him, like China and shit. They're finally starting to. They're like, yeah, you should probably stop that shit.
Cause he's looking I wouldn't say. No, I'm not gonna say that, but he's looking real.
He ain't looking too good.
Yeah, he's looking bad side of Germanish. You know what I mean? If you know what I'm picking up, if you know what I'm putting down, he's not as. He looks bad. Your decisions at first, it might have planned out to be okay, and it didn't work for the outside world, and I think to me. Wholehearted. I think that when we're talking war, when we're talking stuff like that, I think that a lot of war things that happen in war, it may be terrible, they may be bad. I get it, it's war, but the media being there and exposing that type of shit gives the outside world a lot of looks on things. So sometimes you can't execute your plan the way you want to without stirring a pot that you didn't even. Hey man, this was supposed to go like this. It didn't happen that way. Now we're stirring that pot up. Don't want to do that. I got to figure out how to finish what I'm doing right here without stirring that pot up because, like you said, I'm losing what I really had to stand on and I'm losing my foundation while trying to finish this plan that I had that should have fucking worked. If you motherfuckers wouldn't have did what I didn't think that you was going to do. Because if he would have hit how he wanted to hit, it would have been over. You know what I mean? So I think he's looking real terrible to the point where, I have to think about my country. I have to think about the greater good of my people and say, you know what? Eesh, I'm going to fall back. I'm not going to send you no support this week. I can't. You know what I mean? Because now these motherfuckers are saying something and you might be putting me in a situation where I'm fucked. You know what I mean? I may be on the bad side of this quote-unquote World War III or whatever that's about to take place or could take place. I don't want to be on the bad side of it because I lose.
And I can just retreat.
You could, but now you look weak to your people. Now you're not getting elected again. Not only did you do some fucked up shit that everybody don't necessarily agree with, your soldiers over there thinking this is a fucking training exercise. What are we talking about? Live human beings in a training exercise? Shoot them! What? What? I don't know if that's real Russian.
It's not.
Don't quote me.
I don't think so.
But I know one thing. This is the real Russian talk.
Listen here, Nikolai. We can talk Russian all day long. That's fine, but we have to talk about the situation in Ukraine.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop because I can't keep it going. But you're absolutely right. Yokestan. I don't know if that's.
I am Nikolai.
Nick. I thought you just called me.
I call everyone Nikolai.
Russian joke. That's a good Russian joke. But yeah, man, that's a crazy situation, man. I don't know, man. I pray for Ukraine. That shit, like it was serious when we was like doing shit in Austin. You would see like they have flying the flags, Ukrainian flags and shit like that. Praying for those people because that shit's fucked up, man. And that's what I was about to say was, if Ukraine can go 600 miles into their land, why are they not bombing their civilians, killing their civilians, blowing up their churches, blowing up their fucking schools and shit like that, hurting their civilians? Like, that's not a part of war. So that was like for me, as a civilian, quote unquote, if I'm sitting at work just chilling, the motherfucking building next to me blows up. That I don't ever want to go to work together.
Yeah, I'm done.
Like, I've never been around an
Yeah,
explosion, but I'm just assuming that that's probably one of the scariest things. Bro, it's unknown. Literally, it's unknown. You don't know what the fuck's happening. That shit, either you don't hear it,
You feel it?
you know what I mean? Like, even that shit in Beirut, whatever it is, where that explosion happened, that shit was fucking asinine.
Oh yeah, I mean, a lot of people got fucked up by that shit.
That shit is crazy. It's unknown. They're sitting there watching that, and when it happens, it just happens. Just imagine not watching shit like this
You're
conversation.
just walking down the street and just
Boom! Like, oh fuck! Just imagine you being with somebody and that shit's evaporated. Bro, we're civilians. This is not a battlefield. That's the part that baffles me about that whole situation. Is like, you're just doing this shit to civilians to try to prove what point. Like, what are we getting right here?
he wants Ukraine.
Okay, cool.
That's it.
By any means necessary. We're not going at the conventional. I want what you got. You're gonna send him at me. I'm gonna fight him, and then when I defeat him, I'm coming to see you. Either you're gonna surrender or I'm gonna fight you.
No, because if I'm a superior, I'm just hitting every spot I went to and not daring to do something about it.
Shit just
Which
crazy.
they did.
Yeah.
And they just had help.
So we'll talk about, brings us to the next 2022, whatever. Roe versus, what is it? Roe versus Wade, Wade versus Roe. What we talking
Roe
about?
v. Wade.
Roe v. Wade, man.
Goddamn abortions.
Good thing, bad thing. What y'all think?
I'm on the women's choice on this. Call me pandering if you want to, but it is what it is. I've crossed the gate. Men have rights anyway, so why fight for them in that situation? It was women's in their body. They're one pushing through, so whatever they feel like they need.
Give it to them.
Yes, that's not my job to police their body. It's like them saying you gotta naturally get, I think I said that before. Like them saying you gotta get castrated or something. I'm good.
Yeah, I don't want the castration.
Yeah.
That's not really the.
I can't have the government police them, so that's my stance on it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with a lot of it, but overall, I think I don't think it's a bad thing to have each state make the decision on what it should be, as opposed to just one law for the whole country saying it has to be at this. At the same time, there's also negatives to that, because then you have the extreme states who don't want to allow any abortions, which I don't agree with. So I think, anything, let's say, past I don't know, usually I think 12 to 16 weeks is usually a debatable window, I think. So I think once you get past that, I don't really understand outside of health of the mother. I don't really agree with that. And I think Roe v. Wade said it at 20 weeks. I think that's a little long. So I mean, if it was 16 weeks, I guess I'd have less of an issue with it.
I think this should be more circumstantial to a certain extent. I do feel like women should have the right to dictate if they want to have or not have a baby, and it shouldn't be up to the courts to tell them if they can or cannot, right? But if we are going to tell somebody they can or cannot, we can't just say 16 weeks, no, 6 weeks, yes, 7 weeks, whatever. We have to have circumstantial, because every situation, we're human beings. We live in a world that is forever changing. What happened today won't happen tomorrow. What happened today could happen tomorrow. You might see some new shit that never ever been done before, ever. You know what I mean? The reason I say all that is because we have to take in mind situations that women find themselves in. And it's not like they're going out looking for it. It's just, rape, molestation, unwanted pregnancy. Just because I have a one-night stand with you doesn't mean I want a baby with you. Just because we fucking and it's good don't mean I want a baby with you, right? So if we're gonna stop somebody from finding out, or excuse me, if we're gonna stop somebody from having a child before they find out they're having a child, I think that's a fucking issue. And that's why I think, okay, if y'all want y'all rules, y'all want y'all shit to be passed, I dig the pro-life, I dig all that shit, I get it. But we need to have some type of counterbalance to whatever we're asking for. And that's why I think a lot of times America is like a stubborn ass motherfucker. Hey, my way or the highway, goddammit. And that's what I said.
Yeah, because people who say pro-life, a lot of them be the same ones saying, well, they're the ones getting all the government help.
Facts.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
Like, if people just mind their own fucking business, it would be great. But all this started because the fact that it went from mind your conversation can offend somebody else. Why? But they're not minding their fucking business.
Yeah, because they gotta put
Me and John
put themselves into everything.
Into everything. Me and John at work just talking about what we talk about. Somebody else will call, oh, I don't like what they're talking about. I need to say something. And my feelings matter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we didn't mention your name. We're talking about, I'll go something simple as dog coats or fur coats or something. And you represent that's a bad thing, and now you want to go tell your feelings are, well, we over here talking about, we don't mean to offend you or anything like that. We're over here having our own conversation.
Right.
You're not minding your fucking business. Now your feelings are hurt.
Yeah, but that's, if it hurts my feelings, it is my business.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even mean to sound fucked up, but what the family next door do is what they do.
Yeah.
Like if a couple or somebody feel, hey, I can't take care of the baby, this is the best for my life, who am I to say, no, that ain't the best for your life? It's your fucking life. Mind my business.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say you hear, and as a counter argument, let's say you hear someone screaming for help, you'll help them, right?
Mm. You don't scream for help, you scream for a fire.
Right, because
won't come to help you.
Exactly.
They come watch some shit burn. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, I would assume all three of our instincts, you hear someone saying help, you're gonna, who the fuck, what's up? You're gonna go figure out what's going on, versus like that, for people who are pro-life and believe that life starts at conception, you know,
So
for them, they're like, no one's there to speak for that baby, so that's why they feel like they can't mind their business, because they have to be that voice for that baby who would otherwise live.
no, that's two totally different things. You said somebody scream for help. I walk by somebody scream for help. I can physically see them. They're known. They're here. They need help. I go help them.
Yeah.
Compared to another family making decisions on their life. Because a lot of the pro-lifers things is, I said, they'll sit here and say, well, we need to have the baby no matter what situation you're in. If I can't take care of the baby, you're the same ones saying, oh, get off this assistance, get off this. You're not here to adopt a baby. So them pro-lifers are looking, and they want to help the baby. Okay, you're forcing me to have her. Are you adopting her right away? No. You
Yeah.
still want to mind your fucking business.
I agree with there are a lot
So,
of issues with adoption.
A good example would be, for your point, if I walk by and see somebody, yeah, that's me choosing to jump in and get involved. I'm willing to do whatever I can to help you out. So if I look at this baby that I feel is a baby, I'm going to do whatever I can to help this baby out. That's more than just saying, hey, get off of her. Now I'm physically involved. So if I say, hey, get off of her, and you don't, and I feel that passion about it, I'm going to get involved. Or he,
Right.
or whoever the stranger is. Now I'm going to get involved. So if you're saying, I should have this baby, and you're just saying, no, you didn't have that baby. Once the baby comes,
Okay.
you're not willing to help out at all.
I got you.
Oh, it just sound good.
That's some options. That you
It
gotta
just
have.
sound good. But if you really care, you'll be there, hey, I'm going to break you off this way, help me raise the baby, because I really care. Now I'm getting involved.
It's just I don't know, because now you're transferring responsibility because someone else doesn't want to take responsibility for what they did, right? So, I mean, that
It's
person,
not- no,
that
their
person
responsibility is to-
went out and had sex and knew the repercussions of what could happen, and they still made those decisions, which is fine. But that doesn't mean
But the decision
that
doesn't
you
stop
get
there.
to go out and just be like, oh, I want to kill this baby because I made
The
a decision
doesn't
to
stop. It's there.
that. I get
It's
it.
not a baby. It's their decision yet.
But
It's
it is a
their
baby.
decision.
And keep in mind, this is from an extreme pro-life person point of view who feels like life starts at conception.
But
To
I'm going
them,
to get
any
your
abortion
argument
is
on that.
one.
So if you feel that way, then shut up about all this other stuff. But you can't have both of them. You can't have both sides. And say, hey, everybody should have kids. Okay, you got that law passed. But everybody getting government help. Everybody doing this. Everybody doing that. You can't have both ways. So I'm saying, shut the fuck up about something.
No, they gotta be loud about everything.
So back to the point. People mind their own business.
That's not the American way. That's why I
America.
never watch.
Yeah.
That's why we're the police of the world.
Yeah, that's why I never watching shit like
None
that.
of us can mind our business. We learn from our government.
I agree with you. If we're gonna involve ourselves that much in other people's lives, other Americans' lives,
Don't stop it then.
we
You
need
get the
to
results.
we need to full-fledgedly go all the way through and through.
You get the
Hey man,
results
you don't
want.
want to have this baby. I'm forcing you to have it. You have to give it to me.
Or
I'm
not
gonna
even
take
that.
care of it.
Or
Not
even that.
necessarily
I'm there
me,
to help
but-
you with your responsibility.
Oh, yeah.
But they can't do that. They can
And I'm-
surrender the baby.
And I'm not going to complain about it.
Well, I mean,
That's
they gonna
where
say
it really
that.
comes into.
Well, then motherfuckers say that they give you medical and all that shit too.
That's what I'm saying. But if you're talking about I should be forced to have this,
Right.
and we're saying that hey, certain situations cannot have me do this, and they say, well, okay, we'll help you with them certain situations.
Yeah.
This is what we're gonna do. I don't want to hear a single complaint about it. Then this is what you offered. This is what we agreed to. Don't complain about it.
So for me, I agree, but I would say that those same type of people that want that is the same type of people that expect you to have a baby when you're financially okay to do everything. Like unexpected shit don't happen. Like you said, that female or whoever's like don't expect to have a baby.
Right.
Shit happens, bro.
It does.
Women stick needles in condoms and dudes take condoms off. You know what I mean? Like that shit really happens. So I can impregnate you, well not you, but you know what I mean? I can impregnate you and you can impregnate me. But like as a female and a male, I can impregnate a female on purpose and her not quote unquote be cooperative in the situation, so to speak. So like I can break the condom on purpose or stab a hole in the condom and vice versa. So we both could be put in situations where we're
But to me, it doesn't have to be that extreme. When we both put in a situation, realize, hey, we can't take care of this kid. It's nobody's responsibility but ours. Right?
yeah.
So why are they even getting involved? It's not your responsibility at all.
Because there's a certain.
It's not your responsibility at all. Why are you?
As an American, there's a certain standard of life that is required for every human being. Period. That's as an American, you have a standard of life that's required for you to live. Period. That's why there is medical, WIC,
when does that happen?
EBT, all that type of shit.
When does that happen?
What do you mean?
And that baby's fully. I'm not talking about pop the baby out, cut his throat.
Yeah.
But that life starts when what? When they able to fucking put a social security number on it.
Well, see, so if we're
When
talking,
they able to get all that stuff
benefits,
from
if we're talking benefits, a female gets certain benefits prior to that baby being born. You get
And now they can
free
ban that
healthcare.
HIV land. For real, she won that court
Maybe she was
case.
pregnant.
Yeah.
You get access to free healthcare because you are pregnant. That baby has not been born yet. I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying that.
Well, like I said, I'm just gonna go back to the beginning because we can talk semantics, go in circles all day about this. It's simple. I go with what they want. I'm not a woman. I don't have pregnancy. But people say, hey, you can't take my freedoms away on this. We're willing to take women's freedom away and leave it into the state's hand to judge. So that's how I look at it.
Well, we're here. I'm gonna be honest with you. All three of us ain't shit. We ain't vote on this. We're not the people that pass these laws and pass these bills to get this shit.
You didn't vote.
going
No.
I'm talking about this whole situation. We ain't
We
talking
weren't
about
in
voting in
Congress.
Prairie. You're not in Congress.
I vote
You're
my
not a senator.
congressman in.
You're not the
represent me.
guy.
And I did get the guy who
I was about to say
I
you
get what you're
did.
saying.
Yeah, man. What was
Yes.
that? But yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I tried to
King
keep
Dan'O votes, guys.
Yes.
And he's a full supporter of voting, making sure that you do what you're supposed to do for your community. That's where it starts at. And if we've said this plenty of times on this podcast, amongst each other's friends, homeboys, whatever, it starts in your community. Because a lot of people think that the big thing is the presidential election, and that's just a part of it. But we got to get who we want to be in the presidential election versus a guy that they put up for us, regardless of what party you're running for, producing for, promoting for, paying, whatever, all that shit, man. You gotta, there's elections that happen within your city, in your county that
You start with
mean a lot more than just the presidential election and has a bigger effect on your life, whether you're a veteran, because boy, don't get me started, but veterans, retired, city workers, whatever it is, there's benefits that you may get or may not get due to whoever you get elected. So,
Taxpayers.
Taxpayers,
You can go to city council.
city council, all that shit.
How they was able to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can go. We can go.
We
search.
can go up the goddamn bunny trail. Hey man, I need to fix that fucking road. For real, dog.
Saying city council.
These motherfuckers don't do that shit. They did, and everybody been posting that shit. Oh, fix the fucking bunny
It's
trail.
been- it's
And
been
I don't even
years.
drove on that street. I don't even drove on that street. I don't even drive on that street. And I rarely drive on that street, right?
Yeah.
But when I do, it's bumpy.
I drink that second, yeah.
And,
Ice storm fucked up a lot of stuff, and that was many years ago.
who?
That
Yeah,
first
that ice
this
storm?
over here
Yeah.
fucked up a lot of roads. This road over here is still messed up. So
And they'll really put $4 million into Twin Creek.
yeah.
I mean, that road was fucked up too. Don't get it twisted. But they put maybe they go on presidents. Like maybe that road is driven more. Maybe it's I don't know. I think more people drive on Twin Creek than they do on Bunny Trail. But then there's Walmart. There's a mega community back
It all
there.
come to hey,
Smith Middle School back there.
it's budgeted. We fixed it. We might get in the budget within the next 10 years. So that's why you get out and you vote.
True. So before we get up out of here, man, we're gonna talk a couple of sports and movies, man. Before we get out of here. what movie you guys watched this year that was just I'm gonna say Wakanda Forever.
So they Wakanda too.
Yeah. That was I like that movie, man. You know, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, but the way they buried him in that movie, it was phenomenal, man. I think that if we could see what people do for us after we're gone, I think that's that he would have been super proud of that. Like he would have, what's his name, Ryan Coogler. I think that you know, we're not gonna go into everything else. I still think the movie was great. I'm not even. I fuck with you, Umar, Dr. Umar, but yeah, me personally, I think that was an excellent way to honor the original, what we consider the original Black Panther, and not only him as an actor or as a person acting, but just him as a human being. They buried him, and I think that was a beautiful thing to do. It was amazing to me. Yeah. I usually fall asleep on movies, and I didn't fall asleep on that movie. My family was impressed.
You made it. What you got?
I wouldn't go fair, but I think the most controversial, the best movie I watched, not my favorite, but the best one I watched was Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, that's the best one I watched.
Now, I did fall asleep on that the other night, but I had been drinking, and it was late night. I will say that.
Man, that's my, just the hidden tones, the different messages you can look out. Yeah.
Shit, I gotta watch it. So the aliens is just, there's something behind that. Not necessarily the movie, but just the what resonate with people.
Yeah, it's always a message behind all that stuff, and he's just telling. It's not like no deep subliminal message. It's just a message in the movie.
So let me ask you this. Obviously, you've seen Us.
Mm-hmm.
What is The Rabbits about? Anybody, just jump down in the comments.
A reproductive food source? Rabbits fuck.
God damn it, man. That's why I love this guy. That makes fucking sense. They're in the fucking sewers. Rabbits fuck like rabbits.
Yeah.
They Don't jump down in the comments, goddammit. I already figured it out.
You figured it out?
Yeah, I figured it out.
And nope.
I asked the right guy. He gave me the answer.
Now I know.
Simple as that.
Nope is just Jaws with a different creature. If you think about it.
See, I gotta get it. I gotta.
When you look at Top Gun,
okay. Okay.
like when you look at Top Gun and you watch the final flight scene and like, oh, that's dope. I've seen that before. I've seen that in Star Wars. You know, when they go blow up the Death Star. Literally, you gotta hit this perfect spot. You gotta maneuver through the short canyon area. You gotta hit the dope move, and you have to hit the perfect time shot.
What about Independence Day?
Independence Day did not come out this year.
No. Talking about the plot that you just talked about. You gotta hit this perfect spot.
No, it's not Independence Day.
Independence Day, he had to get up in there.
No.
Get up in the shield.
He said, "Hi, boys.
He ain't had to know. He ain't had to know.
I'm
Cool
back."
ass flying and shit.
He had to get up in that
He
hole
one shot.
to kill himself.
Nope.
You know who else got one shot? Eminem.
That's true. He
One
did.
opportunity.
I don't remember the rest of it, but I was gonna try to rock with you.
Lose yourself.
In the moment you want and you better never let it go.
I still think him Thug beats him in a versus.
Thug?
What you got this year?
For best movie, that's hard for me because I don't watch a lot of movies.
It's not best movie this year.
Just your whatever movie.
Nope is not the best movie of the year, but it was my most interesting movie.
Yeah,
They're
gotcha.
gonna give it to the Woman King. I still haven't watched that either.
The Woman King. I haven't seen that either.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people talking about Emancipated. They've been talking about that lately.
Horrible.
I ain't seen that either.
That's horrible.
I'm gonna have to be honest. It's been months since I watched the movie, so I'm gonna have to go with. They redid A Christmas Story. which is like my favorite Christmas movie.
Fuck out of here.
It was actually pretty good.
I didn't see it.
The first time, like, it was just playing in the background, I was like, man, that shit looks boring. But then
They did.
it came back on, I watched it, I was like, this is a pretty damn good movie. So, recommend it. Maybe not now, it's too late. I don't watch Christmas movies after Christmas, it's just
Jingle
pointless.
All the Way show up on TV. I'm sitting there.
With Arnold Schwarzenegger, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Sinbad.
Well,
We're not
and
doing
then
Sinbad
if,
like that.
Okay, you right.
what's
Turbo Max or some shit like that.
Turbo Man.
Turbo Man.
Nah, I'm talking about with Elf.
Turbo Man.
Hell.
Yeah.
Oh, with Will Ferrell?
Will Ferrell, yeah.
I didn't care for that movie.
You're from the
I mean, it's a funny movie, but mine is that Jingle All the Way. Actually, I don't care what time of year that's on. I'm watching.
Yeah, that's mine.
Let's go. Let's go. I've seen that one.
I'll probably have
I
to
don't know how
see
many
it.
times.
I mean, see it to know what I'm talking about. It's not ringing any bells.
Oh, him and Sinbad was going after that one tour all through the city.
Sinbad's the postman, and they end up flying through the whole fucking city and fighting in there and shit.
The perfect neighbor who already got the doll. Yeah.
Trying to get with his wife the whole time, and then he snuck into his house and stole his presents and shit.
God damn. No, sir.
Reindeer.
Great movie.
First of all, was Rudolph a girl or a boy?
He was a red-nosed reindeer. That's all we know.
Yeah. And he had a very shiny nose. It wasn't shiny. It was bright.
I explained that
So
too.
he's an electronic reindeer. He's not even a real reindeer.
You know, the story breaks it down.
He put the butt plug in his nose. The one that shines.
He was born special.
With a shiny nose.
We don't gotta try to Jordan Peele this. I tried to explain that to my daughter. She said, I think Santa's creepy. What you mean?
Creeping in people's houses at night.
I
Yes,
said, he watched you when you sleep.
that's a fact.
I said, where you get that
Freak.
from? She said, the song. I said, no.
He knows when you are asleep. Oh, okay, he knows. Freak.
Now, he's not a watcher. He's a presence. He don't watch you. He just knows what you're doing.
She's sleeping.
Okay?
He's
a presence.
omnipotent, man. This motherfucker.
He's a present.
He's just there. Sleep,
Now,
bro.
you know what? I got a feeling they sleep.
I don't know.
I got a feeling they awake. I got a feeling he acting nice.
They ain't say feeling, they say he knows. So how do you know?
Cause my present.
Fuck that. You don't know off of presence. You know
I'm
because
just saying.
you've seen it.
They know.
So she's right. He's a peeping Tom.
No.
He's outside your house peeping. Obviously, he got
We
one
know
of
it's
them,
gravity. Ain't nobody seen it.
one of them little things that look down through your chimney.
Look, all I'm saying is we know it's
Telescope.
gravity. Ain't nobody seen it. They just
Snake
prove it's
can.
real. So we prove Santa knows because he give you a presents if you good. He give you cold if you bad.
Man. Did you see the video about the lady that gave her kids cold and like everybody was bashing her? Oh, you fucked up for that. She really gave her kids
You know
cold.
what? Back to 2023.
Mind your goddamn business.
Let's practice that. Let's practice looking at the mirror and judging yourself first before you want to worry about somebody else's business.
Oh, would I get my kids cold? Hell no. So I give me the
I
right
did.
to fuck with you. Huh?
I did, but it was candy.
It's the
Yeah.
candy cone.
That fucking Sour Patch Kids made one.
Oh, I
Bro, it's black raspberry. I was
It's
fucking
making Ralph black.
Ugh.
Ugh, it's delicious.
Black raspberry candy?
Yeah.
First of all, I've been cursed.
Black raspberry?
No, the fact that you don't know. I can't eat candy.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. Why?
I don't know. Like I want to go to the doctors and talk to them once I get some insurance.
What the fuck you can't eat candy for? Is it like
It's a force field, like
like trying to
Bro,
put two north
I
ends
take a
of a
bite,
magnet together.
just for real, like even a fun size thing. I take a small bite of it and I don't want it.
yeah.
It's the worst. It's the
Why
worst.
are you eating chocolate? You gotta go to the Sour Patch Kids.
Bro,
Nah, that's the worst.
I can't, bro. You know I was sitting here. Twizzlers used to be my shit.
Yeah, you gotta go to the sour.
I ate, man, I used to have Twizzlers at work every day.
Yeah.
You ever ran down on the
Bro, I can't even do banana pudding like that anymore.
Yeah. So it's just sweets.
sweets in general? I know what that
I mean,
is.
I'm dying.
No,
So,
that just mean
you guys make sure
Or
you
just some
subscribe.
sweet toast intolerant.
You know?
That just mean you got gas and you ain't letting it out.
Oh shit, I wish.
That's what it is. Look it up.
Right.
Right here.
Gas not coming out.
Boom. You gotta look it up on your phone. Put your phone down.
Phone's gonna say different stuff. You know, the phone on the
Yeah,
internet.
yeah,
The internet on the
yeah,
phone's
yeah,
always
yeah.
different.
They say everything can.
Oh, no.
I was about to say, yeah, that's the worst place to go.
So your phone?
Everything
Yeah.
can.
That's the goddamn.
You burned your finger? You probably have AIDS.
That's the mobile
Like,
version.
Jesus Christ.
They cut out some information on the mobile version. They don't pull everything up. But
My eye keeps twitching. You have leprosy.
what we talking about?
God dang.
Sports, man.
That World Cup was crazy.
World Cup.
Congrats
Shout
to
out-
Argentina.
Shout out to my
Messi.
boy D, man, cause he be saying that shit around the house all the time. I don't even know who this guy is that sings this song, but I know my son does.
Yeah.
So shout out to my boy D. He be anytime somebody like, man, the World Cup's on World Cup. That's all he said.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's from. He showed me the song, but like, I don't even know why he like this type of shit. But yeah, World Cup.
Yeah, man. Mbappe's about to take over. It's gonna be his run of the league for a while.
I'm about to. He's been here.
You see that?
He already has a World
I
Cup.
just feel like, yeah, but now everyone's all the big. Well, not all the big, but a lot of the big names are falling out
You know,
due
Kobe's
to age.
picture with the like the Letterman jacket, and he got all the championships on the side, holding on to the trophy. They did Messi like that, and had all his championships on the side. Messi, is he that good? Is he that great?
Yeah.
He's
By himself, hands down. Wherever team he goes to, he's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just asking because he drives a fucking Bugatti. Just trying to make sure this
Oh yeah,
money is spent well. That's it.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm not the hugest soccer fan. I just want to make sure this money is spent well. Bugatti's $2 million car.
I think prior to Mbappe, I think he was the best player in the world. What do you think?
Yeah, between
Him and Ronaldo?
I think it's a revolving thing between him, Ronaldo, Neymar, Benzema, and Mbappe. But Mbappe is the youngest one out of all of them, so he's gonna be there. You know, I think he'll succeed everything else. But
Yeah.
What about the greatest American? Is our greatest American fucking with him?
Christian Pulisic,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Pulisic right now be our best player.
Is he fucking with Messi?
No,
I mean, he's good. Like he is.
So is
but
this a sport that we have to outsource to get the greatest?
we almost
kinda
had-
like
we almost
baseball?
had Messi.
you know, we just keep developing because he might not be better than Messi, but Messi's one of a kind generation. He's better than the other players in Argentina.
Very true.
Is it because is? Well, I mean,
But that's like looking and
soccer's
saying-
not a one man sport where you can
But-
one man hold that hoe.
What?
It takes a
Well, let me compare it to a sport people know. So that'd be like saying, like the big three Boston Celtics versus the Cavs back then. Yeah, they might not have the best player. They didn't have LeBron James. But goddamn, 1, 2, and 3 would be 2, 3, and 4 before you get to the next best player with LeBron.
Right.
got you.
So yeah, we ain't got Messi, but we got Mbappe, Ronaldo. I'm sorry, we're looking at the United States. You know,
Yeah.
We ain't got Messi. We got Pulisic, Gio Reyna, Adams. I mean, we have good players.
That's actually doing that shit.
Oh yeah, we top 15 in the world.
Soccer's starting to pick up.
But the women
you
are
see-
better.
The women have a hell of a team. I mean, they're a hell of a squad, no doubt about it.
Well, I mean, yeah, and compared to the world standings, yes. Hell yeah, the women are number 1 ranked team in the world, probably number 2 now. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm
It's
not-
solid. They just made I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of dollars because of the U.S. I think it was $300,000 a person.
Yeah, because it was like 6.8.
Yeah.
Because they share tournament money now.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
they renegotiated the contract, so
Which is
now
good.
they all get. So do the men get paid when they win?
They
That's cool.
They
And I figured it would have to be that if how you gonna make an equality contract?
It's only for you though.
Well, I mean, that just makes sense. you have an organization, how are you splitting up? Like, we're running an organization, not just one team.
It's just like two branches of it, but it's still one.
Yeah, we're one team, one fight.
Yeah, it's like all the sponsorship money is not going to go just to you.
Right.
It goes to the team.
Organization.
Yeah. See, it's off topic, but situation, all three of us work together. Matter of fact, me and Corey work together. You're the boss. You recognize that me and Corey we're real cool. Like, we're tight.
Don't slap us.
Why would you consider that an issue? Or would you consider that an issue? That me and my supervisor is cool.
Why would I see?
Would you consider that an issue as our potential issue for business?
Yeah.
Why?
Because there's a level, and when it comes down to this business, I don't want to see any shortcuts because the main focus is for the business to succeed.
So you,
if I can look at you and say there's not a possibility that you're going to hold him accountable to get the product delivered, then now we have an issue. If you're creating doubt in my head, now it's an issue. Because I hired you to make sure that this is going to happen. Now I'm looking at you and you're not meeting the standards that I gave you. You're creating doubt. If I'm the boss, you're creating doubt, it's an issue.
understandable. I mean, that's
Like,
a
even
situation.
small shit too. You ain't putting napkins in the bag of the fast food joint, that's an issue.
Hey, man. First of all, I can't stand a motherfucker that don't want to be at work, especially at a fast food joint. Any type of customer service job, I can't stand a motherfucker that don't want to be at work, dog. Your job requires you to do this, and you don't do it just because you're trying to be a dickhead. Then take off.
And then if I ask you because you fucked up, that's what pisses me off the most is when they fuck up and you say, "Hey, bro, can I get some sweet and sour sauce, whatever the fucking case," and they're like, "Bro, don't give me fucking attitude because you fucked up and I called you out on it. Like, give me my fucking sweet and sour sauce, bro."
That's
like,
it.
That's why for me, if I gotta, I think we talked about that before. I don't never take nothing back. So like, I send it back, I'm cool on it.
Good.
Don't even coming back, give me my money back. You know what I mean?
yeah, me and my
I
girl.
don't give a damn how hard the problem is. I had one, I forget what store I was at. Yeah, just give my money back. And she was like, did you pay for it on the card? Do you have that card? Because it has to go back on the card. Oh yeah, baby, I ain't tripping.
Yeah.
You thought I was one of these guys coming in here trying to get a meal and get $7 cash out. Nah, baby.
No, it's gonna take
Put it
me
back on the
5
car.
business days.
I ain't doing no tripping. Go
I'll
ahead.
be checking.
Put it on there. Put it on the
Honestly,
card.
I ain't gonna check.
Yeah, I'm not. Put it on the card.
I expect to be there, and if not, I never know y'all got me. I ain't eating that shit.
Yeah, too easy on it. The funny part is she gave me cash after that. I don't even know how to put it back on the card because it wasn't working.
Give me cash.
Give me the cash. That's when I be wanting to be a dickhead. Like, oh damn, I thought you said you couldn't give cash.
Now here you are doing exactly what you said you couldn't.
You must have lied to me. Laying on 38th Street at Jack in the Box. But I'm not gonna call her anymore. Yeah, she's not there because the business tore down. Yeah, that's she's no longer there.
They tore it down?
Yeah.
I ain't worked down there. They must have tore it down in 2022.
Yeah, they did.
Because I was going to say, it was there when I left.
Look how this shit come full circle, man. 2022 all the way around, man.
Way around.
Hey, man, you got anything before we get out of here, big dog?
No, man, appreciate you having me. Happy New Year's to everybody. I hope y'all have a great New Year. Make sure to check out Appropriately Offensive and all that shit. And yeah, appreciate y'all having me on.
Happy New Year's, everybody.
Happy New Year's, man. Hey, big announcement, man. If y'all didn't know, you probably heard, if you haven't heard, season 2.
Número 2.
of BrosTalk will be coming out. And I don't want to give you a date, but it will be one of these Fridays in January. You get a lot more content and information as as we let you know, god damn it. But
Just like, subscribe. So
like and
pop up right
subscribe,
there.
you will fucking see it, trust me.
Put your notice on, you'll see it, you won't miss it.
So yeah, man, season 2 jumping off, man. Super excited about this. Have a lot more guests. Obviously, as the world turns, we'll have a lot more topics. Shit, man. Hope you guys enjoy. Appreciate y'all listening. Appreciate y'all tuning in. It's T-Broski, the main man King Dan'O, Corey in the building. This is BrosTalk, and we are out of here.
Another session with the bros. Bros talk.